You're watching the Oi Rio Pro presented by Corona. Johanne Defay and Courtney Conlogue in the elimination round, looking for a spot in the quarterfinals. Johanne Defay comes into this event number 2 in the world, and Courtney Conlogue number 8 on the rankings. So Courtney Conlogue checked out this right-hander with a lot of speed. She got that first turn out of the way, and she'll win the opening exchange. Joe Turpel with big wave champ Peter, one of her all-time surfing heroes, getting things started during the break.
It's kind of almost Huntington Beach-esque in a way. You know, nice, fun little HB beach break. Some lefts and rights with some connections to the inside, similar to what we saw in that last heat with Steph Gilmore.
This is Johanne Defay off the bottom. Great connection on the backhand. And she will have a great number coming her way to compare to Courtney's start. Courtney a 3.67. Both these surfers have been victorious at that venue on the south side of the pier in Southern California. Back to Johanne Defay.
Very nice. Good speed through the maneuver here. Just the one turn. Didn't get any release or anything. Nice carve off the top. Not going to be a huge number. Probably comparable to Courtney's first. So we're kind of evening up this first exchanges here. Early in the heat, I think the surfers, of course, trying to figure it out. Didn't think there was a huge warm-up going on this morning. So, you know, these first waves are critical in how they're feeling. They both look great. They both look like they're on point. They both look warmed up.
At Margaret River when she needed it the most to make the midseason cut. Now taking out world number 3, Steph Gilmore, and her all-time hero. As we see the famous backwash that you always see at Saquarema. And quick wipeout for Conlogue to a semifinal finish at Punta Roca in El Salvador. Sees her sitting number 2 in the world. Pulling in under the hood quickly. Courtney Conlogue fighting with that lip to stay on her feet. The powerful surfer from Southern California. Get a quick little head dip and replace that low score of a .37 was.
Going out surfing for her heat, and she had a big piece of tape down her right thigh. As you can see her trying to get under the hood. She never really disappears, so it's not going to be a big score, but it will, you know, be better than her backup wave.
As we see a big drive into the pit for Courtney Conlogue. She liked the look of that thing going nice and round. And she kind of got a jump start on that, too.
Got excited, Strider. You talk about bathymetry in this wave here. It's super dynamic. You think about the body of water behind us, the big lake, lago, right? That all feeds out sand, and it all comes around the jetty and into Bajarina and then down the beach and then the rocks next to us.
Johanne Defay coming off her first turn. Second snap throwing some water. Big part of the Sharp Eye surfboard team. She'll redirect on this reform to her forehand. And then choose her backhand for a little S-turn. Finding an inside track. Well read wave, and it's unfortunate she didn't get the little bonus finish. Because she definitely deserved it. 2 clean turns, though.
She's done a lot of work.
Oh, she's clicked with her equipment. I mean, I think that's more than anything. When you can see a board just easily glide through the flats like that, you can, and you know, doing these 2 types of turns on a wave that doesn't have a ton of energy, you can tell she's clicked in with her equipment. You notice that in her last 2 events, she's been on fire. So right now, feeling like she's got a bit of a magic board under her feet, and things are happening for her.
Yeah, she was riding the 77 model from Sharp Eye yesterday, that round tail. And she has an okay model, just in case it got smaller, but she's not one to really change her boards too often unless it breaks. Her backhand, one of the most famous in the business, accomplishing 2 big hooks as she still has the lead over Conlogue, Pete.
Yeah, and she's trying to, you know, get rid of, what is it, 393, or is that the score already? Just trying to catch up here. But, I mean, again, it's not going to be a gigantic score. You know, you came off, you know, I love the bigger stuff. And that's what, you know, this place gives you. You know, it's some solid surf here all the time.
Johanne Defay winding up on her forehand. Clean first carve straight off the bottom, and an aggressive attack on the lip, but she'll lose the combination.
Wow, that was a missed opportunity there. She finishes that move. She extends her lead over Courtney, puts the pressure back on her, but now the door left open here for Courtney. A solid one. She was close with those barrels attempts, just hasn't clicked in yet.
Right here, she gets her beautiful first turn and then redirects for this, but she's a little on the tail as she came down off that, not over the front foot. Enough balance to ride out of it, but she gets a nice little corner here, and you can see how the face is a little bumpy, so there's a little trouble there, but as she hits the lip, she comes down on the back instead of leaning over the front foot enough, and it kind of pushes her off the board.
During the break, we saw Johanne Defay lunge into a closeout section. So it looks like these opportunities might start letting these surfers out to daylight, Pete.
Well, let's hope so. I mean, because the opportunity there with that shallow sandbank with the fuller tide is giving a look.
I suppose when it comes to just competing in Brazil, Courtney would be favored just based on past results. As Courtney's up now, quick backhand whip. An aggressive snap, and she wasn't able to get anything else out the back. She'll have to settle for one move.
You know, she really pushed into it. It's an attack in the lip, gets a little drift of the tail, but just not able to get another maneuver in, so just a one maneuver wave, so it won't go too high. And I don't think it's going to turn the heat for her, needing that 5-2-3.
You know, the beach is just littered with people and umbrellas and coolers, and they come down for the whole day.
It's a Friday morning at 9:20 a.m. and it's packed. 1 minute to go. Courtney takes a look at that one under priority. Nothing happening there. Going left and right, using a lot of the playing field. Even Defay tried to get barreled throughout this heat, trying a little bit of everything for yet another win over Conlogue this season. She will be reseeded into the quarterfinals and still remains world number 2 on the rankings. Elimination rounds always provide drama, especially when you have two competitors currently sitting in the WSL Final 5. Brisa Hennessy and Lakey Peterson are coming up next.